Alright, hey guys, this is my Rakdos Aggro burn deck. I call it burn because originally it was going to be a burn deck, but I kind of added creatures because creatures are cool and it does a lot of damage in aggro. It's just really good. Yeah, starting off with the mana base, I have 9 mountains, 8 swamps, and 4 Rakdos Guild gates. Yep, very simple, very cheap, just an easy little thing to do, you know. Then next off with the creatures, we're running 2 Rakdos Cacklers, Unleash, +1/+1 is a 1/1 for 1 mana, it's just good little 2 damage. 4 Gorehouse Chainwalkers, 2/1 Unleash, 2 mana. 4 Spike Jesters, is a 3/1 with haste for 2 mana, black and a red. 4 Stromkirk Nobles, 1/1, 1 mana, comes in, or every time it deals combat damage to a player, it gets a +1/+1 counter. Can't be blocked by a human, just a good card. Something I think a burn deck cannot be without, even if you have 36 spells and 4 of these, Gutter Snipe. Gutter Snipe is an extremely powerful card. I think it's a little overpowered, if I may say. Because every time you cast an instant or a sorcery, it deals 2 damage to each opponent, not just one, but each. That's a really good card. The last thing is Extra with Rakdos Blood Witch. First strike, haste, unleash each other creature you control with a +1/+1 counter on it. Has haste. It's a 3/3 for 4 mana. Both mine are foil. It's pretty sweet. Every time I put these out with a counter on it, it has haste. Put a counter on it, it has haste, and basically those are all hasties coming out as long as Rakdos is on, or Rakdos Blood Witch is on the field. Yeah, those are my creatures. Clean that up. Here are my spells. 1 Searing Spear, because that's the only one I have. 1 Rakdos Charm. It's really good. I like the last effect. Each creature deals 1 damage to its controller. That's really good. I like that. 2 Lightning Bolt. It's a really good card. 2 Stab Wounds. Normally I'd put Lightning Bolt in for these, but I've been running Stab Wounds lately because they're pretty good. I mean, -2/-2. It's a killing spell if it has 2 or less. And at the beginning of each upkeep, enchanted creature's controller, they lose 2 life every upkeep. So I mean, that's a good card. I had 2 of them on 1 creature one time. It was funny, losing 4 life every turn. 3 Flings. It's a good card. I mean, if someone murders something, you could just fling it real quick. 4 Brimstone Valley. I like the Morbid effect. If a creature dies that turn, 5 damage instead of 3 for their 3 mana. It's a good card. Burn spells. The new double cards, Toil and Trouble. This is one of the new ones from Dragon's Maze. I only really use the Trouble one. Trouble deals damage equal to the number of cards in a player's hand. I like that, especially starting off with, like, if I can pop that on turn 3, it's really good. I'm also running 4 Pillar Flame. It's a good 1 mana for 2 damage, I mean, if you're doing it to a player. But I use it on creatures a lot, especially Slitherheads. Recently, there's been a lot of Slitherheads. I mean, I don't like them in the graveyard because it basically just helps my opponent. So, cast that on a Slitherhead, it becomes exiled instead of just killed. But yeah. And then, last but not least, my sideboard. I have 1 Infernal Plunge. For 1 mana, add 3 to your mana pool, but you also have to sacrifice a creature. I can pull a turn 3 win off with this. That's why I like it. Yeah. Geist Flame, I have 2 of them. Extra damage and it's a flashback. It's just an easy 1 damage. 2 Sinister Possessions, 1 mana, enchanted creature, whenever it blocks or attacks, its controller loses 2 life. It's just another black spell that I like. Blood Tithe. It's an extremely good card for multiplayer. Each opponent loses 3 life. You gain life equal to the life lost. That way, it's a good card for 4 mana. I run 4 Torch Fiends in my sideboard because you never know when people are playing artifacts, and I mean, aggro's not really good at destroying stuff. So yeah. 2 Skull Wrens, deals 2 damage to each player. Those players discard 2 cards at random. It's good for multiplayer. Curse of the Pierced Heart, just an extra damage each turn. Champ player, at the beginning of their upkeep, deals 1 damage to them. Just good for extra damage. Yeah, that's my Rakdos Aggro burn deck. It's pretty sweet. I like it. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Thanks. Rate, comment, subscribe, and tell me what you think.